Despite the withdrawal of BRP Teresa Magbanua from the West Philippine Sea, the Philippine Coast Guard will continue to deploy ships in the disputed area. In a press conference on Monday, September 16, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, stressed that the Philippines will not abandon its sovereign rights in the area after the withdrawal of its flagship vessel from Escoda Shoal.
As far as the Philippine Coast Guard is concerned, we have not lost anything. The Philippine Coast Guard will continuously deploy our vessels in Escoda Shoal. The Philippine Coast Guard, together with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, will never abandon our sovereign rights over these waters. We are still going to sustain our presence in these waters.
After more than 5 months, the BRP Teresa Magbanua arrived at a port in Puerto Princesa, Palawan from Escoda Shoal on Sunday, September 15. Tariela rejected comparisons to events at Scarborough Shoal, which Manila lost to Beijing after a similar months-long standoff in 2012. He said Escoda Shoal was much larger than Scarborough and insisted China would be unable to stop the Philippines from sending patrols around the West Philippine Sea feature. Tariela also described the ordeal of BRP Teresa Magbanua's crew, who suffered stomach pain, dehydration, and arthritis.
They went through to the point na for more than 1 month now, ang iniinom na lang nilang tubig came from the rainwater. They even have to gather water dun sa air conditioning units, no, na napuproduce. And then they're just going to boil it, and that will be used for drinking and also for cooking. And again, eating lugaw for 3 weeks obviously is not that nutritious.
The PCG earlier said BRP Teresa Magbanua was pulled out from Escoda Shoal after 4 crew members got sick and after the ship was damaged in a collision with a Chinese vessel. Recent months have seen Chinese sailors ram, block, water cannon, and even board Philippine vessels, causing damage and injuries. Beijing claims most of the South China Sea despite an international tribunal ruling that its assertions have no merit. Manila deployed the BRP Teresa Magbanua in April to stop Beijing from reclaiming Escoda Shoal. Escoda Shoal is well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, lying some 139 kilometers from Palawan and over 1,000 kilometers from China. More areas were placed under Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal Number 1 as Tropical Depression Hener slightly intensified, according to the State Weather Bureau. In its 11 a.m. bulletin on Monday, September 16, Pag-asa raised Signal Number 1 over 19 areas in Luzon where minimal to minor impacts from strong winds are possible. As of 10 a.m., Hener was spotted some 325 kilometers east-northeast of Casiguran, Aurora. It packs maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 70 kilometers per hour. Based on Pag-asa's 11 a.m. weather advisory, Palawan, Occidental Mindoro, Aklan, Antique, and Negros Occidental may experience heavy to intense rains on Monday due to the southwest monsoon. Meanwhile, Hener may bring heavy to intense rains over Cagayan, Isabela, Quirino, and Aurora. According to Pag-asa, Hener is forecast to make landfall in the vicinity of Isabela or Aurora and may likely emerge over the coastal waters of La Union or Pangasinan by Tuesday morning, September 17. State meteorologists are not ruling out the possibility of Hener reaching tropical storm category before landfall. Hener may exit the Philippine area of responsibility between Tuesday late evening and Wednesday morning, September 18. Pag-asa is also monitoring a tropical storm outside PAR, which is expected to enter PAR on Tuesday evening or Wednesday early morning. Fire hit the Philippine General Hospital along Taft Avenue in Ermita, Manila on Monday, September 16. In a report, the Bureau of Fire Protection said the blaze started in the hospital's audiovisual room at 5:56 a.m. on Monday and reached the first alarm by 6:07 a.m. The second alarm was declared at 6:21 a.m. and the blaze was placed under control at 6:47 a.m. It was declared fire out at 7:08 a.m. According to the BFP, at least 13 trucks and an ambulance arrived in the area. Meanwhile, Department of Health supervised hospitals are prepared to accommodate patients affected by the fire that hit PGH. In a radio interview, Health Assistant Secretary Albert Domingo said that Health Secretary Ted Herbosa ordered various government hospitals near PGH to accept the affected patients if there's a need to transfer them. In a short Facebook post, Herbosa pointed out the need to assess public hospitals' fire hazards more intensely to prevent these fires.